Check out this thing. I'm not going to show you too much of that. That's going to be in a later video. That's working on for the past few months here over the summer, so I'm not going to show you too much of that. Just a little sneak peek. I'm going to make that in a later video. Haven't been fishing much this year lately. Been pretty busy with work and just life things. But today we're not talking about the boat. Today we're going to be talking about setups. Hunting season is right around the corner. Here in Missouri, our season opens up in 2 weeks, September 15th. So I'm super stoked about that. You know, all the work that I've put in this season and that you guys have been putting in, and all the scouting, hopefully, that people have been doing is supposed to pay off. Really, that's really what scouting's for. You know, there's a lot of scouting that I did do that I did not post onto my channel just because I didn't think it was content worthy information. But yeah, so hopefully it pays off, and I'm super excited about that. But today I'm going to talk about setups. So let me clean up this backdrop here and set this camera up, and I'll go over what setup I'm using this season. I'm switching to a saddle setup. I might have mentioned that before or not. Maybe it was just to somebody I was talking to, but switching to a saddle setup. So here, let me get this all situated, and I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, hopefully the light is adequate in here. I wanted to film this outside today and make a nice outside video, but it was hot as balls, and my ND filter that's supposed to be on this lens didn't come in the mail yet, so I couldn't make it. It was way too overexposed. So you camera people out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, I brought the camera in a little bit closer to get you guys a better look. So this is my setup. I am switching to a saddle setup, like I've mentioned earlier in the video. The reason I'm switching to a saddle setup so there's really two reasons why I'm switching to a saddle setup. One reason is weight, and two is ease of use. So as you guys might have seen maybe in my earlier videos, maybe I put this in, maybe I didn't, I was using the XOP hang-on tree stand, and here I'll put a picture up for you guys. This is it hanging in my garage. This is the stand that I've been using for the past 3 to 4 years. It's been an okay stand. That stand, I've had some issues with it, which I'll address maybe in a later video, but I might mention some of them today. So I just wanted to switch to something different this year. I wanted to switch to a saddle setup. You know, past few years, a lot, you know, the whole saddle movement of hunters has really exploded, and saddle hunting has been around since like the 70s, the 80s, you know, so it's nothing new, but it's really exploded the past few years. People like the hunting public have been using it. I forgot the other gentleman's name, elderly guy. He's been using it for years, you know. So a lot of people like the hunting public, they have a big audience, you know. They're getting the word out there, so people are, you know, moving to saddles, but you know, stuff like that, you know. So this is my current saddle setup situation. So what I have here is 4 Beast mini sticks with cable aiders, and I'll show you an up close here in a minute, but we'll set those aside for right now. Okay. So the backpack that I'm going to be using is the Trophy Line Case 2.0. Case stands for Carry All Your Stuff. Alright, so this is the backpack that's got all the goodies in it. I bought this backpack for, I think it was on sale, I think it was like 150 bucks, which is kind of like the average typical range of backpacks in the hunting industry, something like that. So I paid like 150 bucks for it, and this backpack is saddle specific backpack. It's meant for their Trophy Line saddle, which I don't have, Trophy Line platform I should say, which I don't have. I have all the tethered gear. This is the backpack I'm going to be using this year. So in the front of this backpack you have this little latch right here that's holding your platform, and it unbuckles here. It straps in, and really it's holding your platform. That's made for that. It's a really nice, perfect place to really slide in your platform and keep it right there in the front. You know, it's a perfect spot to put the tethered platform. Let's set that aside. And this backpack has plenty of storage space. I don't know exactly how many pockets it has. If you guys want a full review of this backpack, I suggest going over to Michigan Great Outdoors. Jace, he's got a full-on review of pretty much any kind of new product that comes out in the hunting industry. That guy's amazing with his videos. He knows his stuff. So I really recommend his channel if you guys want to go get into depth onto the specs and all of the things in hunting, platforms, stands, backpacks. He goes really into depth with all that. I'm not going to do that on this video because I don't really care for it, but somebody like him, good for him. He's doing that. So anyways, you got this front latch here. This is kind of like your put whatever you want latch up front here. I just have my backup buckle here, and we'll get into that in a second. So obviously your platform goes here, then you got a latch right behind it, and right here is where I'm running my Lone Wolf Custom Gear pocket arm, my camera arm, and it slides in perfectly right into this part right here. Let's set it aside. I've got my my bow screw in holder. I don't know the right term for it, but it's right there, which is not public land friendly. You're not allowed to screw into trees or make any sort of damage to trees on public land, but this is perfect for private, which I hunt quite a bit too, so I'll keep that in there. Then I just got a flashlight in there, and this is just some random LED flashlight. Let's actually put all this back so it gets out of the way. So it's a perfect backpack for setup. Then you got a small little pocket right here. This is kind of like where you can put your phone. Right now I got this, I forget the name of the company, I'll put it up here when I go to edit this video, but this is a 3D printed bow holder hook that slides onto the tethered strap that goes around the tree. I forgot what the strap's called, but I'll put it all in anyway. So this, I just keep it in that, I'll keep it in that top pocket. Going on to the sides, you got your water holders here. Here on the side pocket, you got this deep pocket. I've got my calls in here. I got 2 grunt tubes that I have in here. I'll probably just switch to one, like a Woodhaven, here pretty soon instead of having just 2 of them, On the other side, I don't think I have anything. Yeah, I do. On this side, I've got my cleaning knives. I've got just like a regular buck knife, skinning knife, and this is just one of those like fillet, I don't know, Walmart, Bass Pro type of knives. Good for, cleaning sharp, deboning around the bone, stuff like that. So yeah, pretty much besides all that, you got a handle here, you got a back handle here. So it's a pretty nice backpack, got lots of straps. You got right in the front that goes around your waist here, you got these MOLLE loops right here that you can attach any kind of attachment you want to. In the front, you have these compression straps that you lock in and you tie down like any kind of sticks that you want to put on top right here, and that's what was holding my bee sticks. But going inside, oh, so you have another pocket right up here. This is for actually hanging your backpack around the tree. Trophy Line provides that when you buy the backpack. It's just to hang your backpack off the side of the tree when you're saddle hunting. And then in the main pocket, what's nice about this backpack is it opens up really, really big. You got extra storage in here. In the main pocket, I got my hunting saddle. This is a tethered Phantom that I've tested a few times and kind of went through the setup, but we'll get into that in a minute. And I also have this Walmart Therma seat cushion that I bought for like $5 that I'm going to use to put up against the tree and put my knees on. Alright, so that was just like a general overview of what I'm using. This backpack, like I've said before, it's really nice. A little bit on the heavy side. I don't know how much it is dry weight. I think 3 pounds, maybe something like that. So it's kind of a little bit on the heavier side. But it's got plenty of room for storage and plenty of room to store your stuff and saddles and stuff like that. But anyways, I had my saddle on the inside. I think that I'm gonna be wearing my saddle in. Again, I haven't tested it yet on a full-on hunting, but I've tested it, like climbing up trees, here in the summer. Been doing some practice with it since I bought this whole setup like a couple months ago. But I believe I'm gonna be walking in with my saddle. I don't want to be taking all of this stuff, and hanging it on at the tree, which is totally fine. People can do it. I just feel like I'm going to make more noise doing that than I were to just wear it on the way in. Well, depending how far I'm going. If I got a 2 to 3 mile walk into some deep public and that saddle likes to ride up your butt, I might just put it in the backpack and then, but if it's a short walk, a few hundred yards, something like that, something less than a mile, I might just wear it in, but don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure exactly what I'm gonna do yet. So yeah, that's just an overview of the backpack. This is the Tethered Platform. This is like their third generation platform that they have recently released this past year. And to mention that I got all this stuff on sale. Tethered was having like a moving sale that they were moving from Michigan down to Tennessee. So they were having a huge sale. So I got the stand for like $150, brand new, which originally I think it's like over 200 or something like that. Same thing goes with the Phantom saddle and everything else that goes on. Everything else that's in it, it was all on sale, like 30% off, which was really nice deal. So like I mentioned, this platform is their third gen, and it's supposed to be made out of die-cast aluminum. Supposedly that's a stronger type of aluminum. I don't know exactly what that means. I'm not an engineer, but yeah, this was it. It came standard aluminum color, like shiny. So what I did was I just took some spray paint and I just did like the camouflage colors, tan, khaki, whatever else the colors they have. Sprayed some brown on it, a little bit of red, just to break up that shiny aluminum, color. That might be an eye catcher for deer. If the sun gets it just right. It looked a little bright to me when it was on the tree, so I just spray painted it. Really didn't do much with this saddle besides putting some stealth strips right here, and that's really when it closes. I mean, see, you can still hear that. It's got some clanking. I might put some more right there, but that's really the only part where when this platform folds that this metal bar right here actually touches the post. So it came with two different brackets. It came with like the regular like tether bracket like they've had before, and it came with this more aggressive one, and this one seemed to me like it bit the tree a little bit better, so I put this one on. There was a reason, I forget why they had two brackets to come with it. I think they over ordered on something, but doesn't matter. So yeah, that's the platform right there. This right here is the saddle. Well, it's upside down. This right here is the saddle. You can see it's the Phantom. This thing's brand new. This thing was also about 30% off, so super sweet deal. I've got these sys haulers, system packs that they call them. I think these are like the 2.0s. So they've got those extra pockets on the side to store whatever kind of crap that you need to take up with the tree with you. So yeah, brand new saddle. It's got the leg straps on it. I don't know if that was an option to get with leg straps or not. I don't think so. I know some saddle companies, they ask you an option if you want the leg straps or not. They seem to be really comfortable. They seem to hold this better on your butt. But doing a little bit, let's dive in further here. So I got two sys haulers on the side, and let's go into the left one right here. Left one, I have my Lineman's rope. This is the rope that you throw around the tree as you're climbing up, setting up your sticks. And I've got the Rope Man 1, and I'm using this really thick, I don't even know, climbing carabiner. I don't even think it says rock climbing, 24 sideways, 8 up, 8 around. I don't know what that means, but it's super thick. It's thicker than the tethered one, but this is for the Lineman. I'm using Rope Man 1, like I just said. This is actually 8mm static rope, which you are not supposed to use with the Rope Man 1. So disclaimer, do not use 8mm rope. This thing is rated from, the Rope Man 1 is rated from 10mm minimum rope up to 13 or 14 or whatnot. But the reason why I could get away with it, and here, let me get a close-up for you. So like I mentioned, this platform is their third gen, and it's supposed to be made out of die-cast aluminum. Supposedly that's a stronger type of aluminum. I don't know exactly what that means. I'm not an engineer, but yeah, this was it. It came standard aluminum color, like shiny. So what I did was I just took some spray paint and I just did like the camouflage colors, tan, khaki, whatever else the colors they have. Sprayed some brown on it, a little bit of red, just to break up that shiny aluminum, color. That might be an eye catcher for deer. If the sun gets it just right. It looked a little bright to me when it was on the tree, so I just spray painted it. Really didn't do much with this platform besides putting some really didn't do much with this saddle besides putting some stealth strips right here, and that's really when it closes. I mean, see, you can still hear that. It's got some clanking. I might put some more right there, but that's really the only part where when this platform folds that this metal bar right here actually touches the post. So it came with two different brackets. It came with like the regular like tethered bracket like they've had before, and it came with this more aggressive one, and this one seemed to me like it bit the tree a little bit better, so I put this one on. There was a reason, I forget why they had two brackets to come with it. I think they over ordered on something, but doesn't matter. So yeah, that's the platform right there. Set that aside. This right here is the saddle. Well, it's upside down. But this right here is the saddle. You can see it's the Phantom. This thing's brand new. This thing was also about 30% off, so super sweet deal. I've got these sys haulers, system packs that they call them. I think these are like the 2.0s. So they've got those extra pockets on the side to store whatever kind of crap that you need to take up with the tree with you. So yeah, brand new saddle. It's got the leg straps on it. I don't know if that was an option to get with leg straps or not. I don't think so. I know some saddle companies, they ask you an option if you want the leg straps or not. They seem to be really comfortable. They seem to hold this better on your butt. Let's dive in further here. So I got two sys haulers on the side, and let's go into the left one right here. Left one, I have my lineman's rope. This is the rope that you throw around the tree as you're climbing up, setting up your sticks. And I've got the Ropeman 1, and I'm using this really thick, I don't even know, climbing carabiner. I don't even think it says rock climbing, 24 sideways, 8 up, 8 around. I don't know what that means, but it's super thick. It's thicker than the tethered one, but this is for the lineman. I'm using Ropeman 1, like I just said. This is actually 8mm static rope, which you are not supposed to use with the Ropeman 1. So disclaimer, do not use 8mm rope. This thing is rated from, the Ropeman 1 is rated from 10mm minimum rope up to 13 or 14 or whatnot. But the reason why I could get away with it, and here, let me get a close-up for you. Here's a close-up of the Ropeman 1. You see how thick this carabiner is? But if you look real close inside, hopefully you guys can see it. You got about 1, 2, 3, 3.5 teeth sticking out. So it's really gripping this rope really hard. Even though this is not rated for 8mm rope, and I do not recommend this, guys. Please follow the rules. Do not use 8mm rope. Don't be stupid like me. But you can see that because I put a thicker carabiner in here, it's pushing that rope more towards the teeth. So it's letting it bite a lot harder. Disclaimer, use the Kong system, which I actually have in the bag. Keep saying this, do not use 8mm rope. But it's been doing the job. When I tree stand hunted with my XOP, I've used this lineman rope for 2.5 years now. Jason Samkoviak, traditional bow hunting and wilderness, I actually stole this idea from him. I'm sure a lot of people are using it nowadays, but I got it from him. So it's just a super nice setup. And this lineman's rope, it stays tethered or permanently stuck to where your lineman's loops are. So that's the first thing that's in. I just stuff it into the left side of my bag, and on the bottom of that I have the Hitch strap. I remembered what it's called. It's called a Hitch strap. Hang your stuff strap. So this is the tethered Hitch strap. This is public land friendly. You throw this around the tree and you can have all your stuff hanging from it. You see it's got all these loops on it. Here's the Hitch strap. You hang all of your stuff on it, your binoculars, whatnot you want. You can leap it through and kind of girth hitch it, or you can just use this and clip it to whatever size tree, and this will go around a super big tree if you're hunting a wide tree or something like that. But yeah, that's also inside the left one. And I think that's it. Yeah, so this sys hauler, it's got pockets on the outside. I think this is the 2.0, don't quote me on that. It's got pockets on the outside, pockets on the inside if you want to stuff like maybe your bow hanger, maybe some milkweed, whatever you want. You know, it's just limited options, or unlimited options I should say. Going to the right side of my pack, I bought from Tethered the 8mm tree tether rope. Forget the name of it. And here it is. This is the 8mm, and the reason why I didn't go with I think it's the 11mm strap, which is like the first one that they ever had, is because it was just too thick, and going off of people's reviews and stuff I've seen on YouTube and stuff, it takes up a lot of space in your sys hauler. So people were just complaining that it was just super thick and taking up space. So this is the 8mm, and here I'll show you a close-up. And here it is, the same thing. I've got the Wild Country Ropeman 1, which you are not supposed to use with 8mm rope. Again, I cannot stress that enough. I can't stress that enough. Do not use it on 8mm rope. But I am responsible for myself, for my own doings. But and the reason why I went with it is, if you can see, I'm not using the tethered carabiner. I'm using this one that I got off Amazon. Here's the number on it. I don't know if anybody needs that or if it might help you out. What you can see is it's biting super hard against the teeth here, because the carabiner is thicker than the regular tethered one. So you got about, same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4. You got about 4 teeth. So it's compressing it, and I've tested it on different trees. This guy ain't going nowhere. Even though it's not rated for it, it's not going anywhere. I don't know what kind of rope this is, static, or, you know, I'm not a rock climber. And like I said, I just dipped my feet into the saddle world, so I don't know too much about my ropes. But here's obviously their tether name. So super high quality rope. It just seems to do the job really, really well. This is the tethered carabiner, and this is the actual Kong duck, or whatever it's called, rope clincher. I don't know my terminology here, but this is what you're supposed to use from 8 to 13mm rope. This is it right here. You can see their Kong logo, rated for 8 to 13. Hopefully camera picks that up. This is what you're supposed to use with the 8mm. But the reason what I didn't really like about it is the fact that the carabiner just sits in this massive hole here. And if you can hear it, and I guarantee you the camera's picking it up. Listen to this. I mean, that's just super loud, you know. And maybe I'm being picky. Maybe I could put some stealth strips on the inside of this hole. You know, stealth strip the top of this tethered buckle. But I didn't really like that. It just was a little bit too loud. I thought, deer are obviously going to hear that. I mean, like I said, you can get away with it. You can stealth strip the whole inside of this. But I just didn't like it. I didn't think it was, say, as strong, but as, you know, as simple as this Ropeman 1. I mean, if you listen, the only noise you're really hearing is this wire dancing around, but no noise. Bunch of noise. But I keep it in the backpack. It's like a backup. If I ever feel unsafe using this Ropeman 1, if I have a slip or something like that, you bet your butt I'm going back to this, you know, for stuff that it's rated. So it's rated for a reason. It's been tested, guys. Please do your homework. I do not recommend this, but this is what I'm using. So for your own disclaimer. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have on my right side. In here, I also have the back band. This is just the tethered back band. So this back band, actually, I tested it on a tree with and without. And if you're doing longer sits than just like a few hours, this thing is a real life changer. Again, I haven't tested like a full day sit in a saddle yet. I've done just kind of short trips, short tests, stuff like that. But I've talked to a lot of people that do saddle hunt, and they say they swear by this thing. They say this is a night and day difference when it comes to the saddle hunting world. So the knee pad, I showed you guys the knee pad that I'm going to be using around the tree. I don't really tend to like sit, as people call it, on saddles. When I did test it, I found myself to be more of like a leaner, you know, leaning back up against the tree. It seemed more comfortable to me than just sit and put your knees into the tree. It just didn't seem too comfortable. You know, I'm a big guy, so I don't like my legs too close. You know, it doesn't feel comfortable. So I think I'm going to be leaning most of the time. You know, so like I said, I haven't done a full day sit in this, but I'm actually super excited to try all this system out. So yeah. this all packs in. And if you guys want to get into saddle hunting, a tip for you is to pack everything in like you're going to take it out on the tree in order. So when you're going up the tree and setting everything is in order as you pull it out of your assist bags. And whenever you're going back down the tree, you're putting everything back in order, and vice versa when you're going back up the tree. All right, so I got this everything put together. We'll throw that now. On to the last thing. So we've covered platform, saddle, everything in your saddle. So the only thing I really haven't covered is, actually I forgot, this is my binoculars. This is my bino harness that I'm using. So I got this bino harness, I got the idea from Chris B on YouTube. I don't know if he's sponsored by Loophole or whatnot, but I liked how Loophole has this system where it's magnetic and it wraps around and it magnetizes right in the bottom, and you got your binoculars open, and it's just a really nice system. I really like these straps. It just seemed a lot more comfortable than the Vortex, even though I am running Vortex binoculars, and these are 10 by 50 if anybody's interested. I've been using these for like 3 years now, and these things are indestructible. Amazing, amazing binoculars. Again, it's personal preference to what kind of binos you guys want to use. 8 by 10, 8 by 42s, 10 by 42, 10 by 50, whatever. You know, the list goes on and on and on. And for what kind of style of hunting you guys do. So these things go really far, but you're losing a little bit of narrowness as opposed to like a 8 or something like that. I think I'm saying it correctly. So if you guys were hunting out west, like going after elk or something like that, these might be good, or you might want to get something with a little bit longer range. But these do really well in low light, which is specifically why I got the 10 to 50. It does amazingly well in low light. These are the Diamondbacks. Also, forgot to mention that. The only downside is these are just a tad bit heavy. I don't know how much they are, but I'd say over a pound for sure, maybe 2 pounds, maybe even more than that. But pushing the 2 pound mark, they're a little heavy. So they seem to work inside this Loophole case. I don't know anything about Loophole binos, but I like their bino harness. I think it's way better built and a lot better than the Vortex bino harness to my liking. So they just slide right in there, and I like this whole, well, I'm not going to do it that loud when I'm hunting, but you know, I think it's better than having that little buckle strap, that bungee strap that Vortex has. I'm sure so there's thousands of different bino harnesses out there. I just seem to really like this one. I think I picked it up for like $100 or something like that. All right, we're back. I had to take a couple minutes breather because it's just so hot in this shop. It's like freaking, I don't know how hot it is in here, but I'm sweating bricks, and even the camera was notifying me that I needs to cool down, so I had to turn the fan on. But anyways, so these are the sticks that I'm running. When it comes to getting up the tree, there is so much different options. It's unlimited, guys. There's hundreds of different sticks out there. I'm not gonna name them all, but these are Beast sticks made by Dan Infalt. I bought these in the summer before last season, so I got one full season with them, and these sticks are amazing, guys. If you haven't had a chance to try them out or buy them, I highly suggest that you get your hands on these Beast sticks. They bite the tree so hard. They're super light. They're one of the lighter sticks out there. You know, they're the 20-inch. These are the Beast Minis, so it's 18 step to step. So it's just like a typical stick. I think everything nowadays, if you go and look at pretty much your average climbing stick, you know, people are starting to get away from those long lone wolf, you know, steps, single steps like I used years before. Everyone's kind of just going to like the 20-inch, 18 step to step. You know, I think Shikars are like 17 step to step, or I mean Hawk Helium, sorry, and I have those too. But these are just like the average climbing stick that, you know, size that people are using nowadays. But these are the Beast sticks. You cannot go wrong with these. These are incredible sticks. They're amazing sticks. I made my own push rod or whatever you want to call these things to hold it together. And really, you know, the way these Beast sticks come together, or how the way they hold, it's not the best system out there, but it definitely works. You know, the sticks these are the ones with the holes. So really, I stealth stripped these sticks. I don't remember when I got the stealth strip kit into the season, so I was using them without it, and I had issues with my ring clanking on the metal, you know, making noise and stuff like that. And so I decided to stealth strip them. Makes it look cooler and makes them quieter. So I had to take them all apart after I put them together and do it that way. So yeah, these sticks, last year I ran them with the buckle system, and this year I'm actually going to try the rope mod. So it saved me quite a bit of weight. So this is the rope mod. I forget what size this is. I think this is the 8-foot one. Could be wrong. Yeah, it's the 8-foot one rope mod. And then I'm also running cable aiders on it. So these are Eastern Woods Outdoors cable aiders that I put on over the summer too. Haven't done any hunting with them yet, but these are the 20-inch cable aiders. So really I'm getting 18 inches step to step, plus another 20 inches with the cable aider. Or these could be the 18-inch, I don't know for sure. But it doesn't matter. They have different options for people of their personal liking. So the reason why I put these cable aiders on here is because I'm a shorter guy, and just going off of these mini sticks, I'm not getting that high off the ground. I mean, I'm only getting like 12 feet, 13 feet maximum, you know. Obviously, when I'm trying them out in gym shorts at home during the summer, I'm getting a lot higher because I'm spacing those sticks out really, really far, and I can, you know, reach a lot better with my legs and stuff. But in a hunting situation, when you have all your hunting clothes on, all your thermals, all this kind of stuff, all this saddle, all this crap hanging off of you, you can't space them as much as you'd like. So being a shorter guy, my step distance is going to be closer together, and I'm not going to get hit that high up the tree. It's limiting me, not as high as longer people, you know, taller people. So I'm running these cable aiders, and the only thing I don't like is just it's one more thing that's kind of getting in my way of going up the tree. But you know, I guess I'm just complaining. Really, you just flip them up and you bend them over, and they do this thing where, boom, they're in. You know, so that's really simple to do. You know, one more thing I got to do, and so like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, a lot of everything of this year that I'm running into is weight, and of course I can also cut weight off of my own body, but issues with weight. That XOP stand, I didn't like it. It wasn't biting into the tree, no matter how good I toe hooked it, and that thing was just heavy. You know, dragging it around, walking around public land. I'm catching every stick and branch. So I'm not going away with the hang-on stick, or the hang-on stands, I should say. Excuse me. I actually have the B stand laying next to me that I'm going to do a review later on. This is the B stick up close. Really, this is with the rope mod, just kind of wrapped around the side of it right here. So it's super nice, super lightweight. Going to the rope mod, it actually saved me close to 2 pounds from my fish finder weight scale that I used. Close to about 2 pounds. So that's pretty much another B stick that I was carrying around weight wise, really. I think B sticks are 2 or just under 2 or something like that. But anyways, the rope mod, it's one more thing that I have to throw around the tree and kind of do the whole tying thing. But you're getting rid of the weight of the buckle, and that buckle can fly around and it can bang and hit, you know, the post or something like that. Which Jason Samkowiak, I copied his system too, where I took yak grips, cut them in half, sewed them, and I put them over the buckles. That system works flawlessly. But taking the buckle off of 4 sticks and going to the rope mod, I'm saving close to about 2 pounds of weight, which is another weight of a stick technically, really. So, you know, again, there's so many different stick options. All in all, I got the sticks back together. I forget how much my weight was on this. I think I'm right around 8 pounds. So about roughly 2 pounds a stick, you know, with the weight of the actual rope mod and the cable aiders. I think I took a picture of it. I might have a scale here. All right, good thing that I got my boat next to me. I actually got my weight scale. This is a fishing scale. So it's not your medical grade, you know, to the gram of weight scale, I guess you should call it. But this will do the trick. So when I measured it at home, I think I was right around 8 pounds. Okay, 0. Let's see what it does. 7.9, 8.1, 8.2. So you got 8 pounds and 2 ounces right here. If I had the buckles on, I'd be hitting right around that 10-pound mark. So roughly right there, like I said, 2 pounds. So 8 pounds, 2 ounces, like I said, around 8 pounds. So this is most of your weight, kind of really when you're coming in hunting. But, you know, again, depending on what you have in your bag, if you got heavier, you know, hunting clothing, stuff like that. I actually started filming my hunt, so I got weight of camera gear. So it's like really weight conscious this year, and I kind of wanted tone down my system and go to a saddle setup just because of ease of use and weight. You know, it's lighter than most stands out there. Again, I also ordered the B stand, and that's going to be pretty hard to beat. That B stand is super light. I mean, I just here I have it next. This is actually the B stand that I ordered over the summer too. It was discounted also, so I got it at a discount rate. This thing is so stinking light that it's going to be really hard to beat when it comes to the weight of a saddle and the whole setup, you know, camera equipment, stuff like that. So if I for some reason don't like saddle, I'm going to give it a full year, and I'll update you guys later on how I liked it, or actually into the season, you know, after the first two sets or something like that, I'll update you guys. But like I said, this is going to be a really hard stand to beat just because it's so light. It's not like the XOP stand that I was using. That thing was a monstrosity of a piece of metal compared to this, you know. So weight wise, it's probably going to be about the same. If anything, if you exclude all the hunting or all the filming gear, I think the B stand will be lighter when it comes to hang-ons. But like I said, I want to try it, get it to saddle, you know, see how that works out for me. We got 8 pounds on the sticks. Get the weight of the actual saddle. Make sure we're zeroed out. All right. So with the saddle, the 2 cis haulers, we're right about 3 pounds 11 ounces. 3 pounds 11 ounces. So you got 8 pounds. I'll do the math later when I edit this video. So we got 3 pounds 11 ounces on here. All right, so you got the platform. We're zeroed out. Let it hang. 3 pounds 6 ounces. So again, this thing might be off a few ounces or something like that compared to what the guys at Tethered might have, their, you know, medical grade scales or whatever you want to call it. Dope dealer scales. So this should be pretty close. So we got 3 pounds 6 ounces there. And then you got the backpack. So let me zip this up here. And I've got some of my hunting stuff in here, not all of it. And we're zeroed out. So the backpack, right exactly at 10 pounds. Perfectly 10 pounds. So if I were to do the math, 10, 8, 18, 3, 21. So I'm just shy of like 24 pounds, 23 pounds when it comes to this full setup, which is, it's not light, I would say that. Now that I'm actually doing the math, it's not as light as maybe the B stand. What is that, like 6 or 7 pounds? Let's say 7, and you got 8 of that, so you got 15 pounds there. So really it's not any lighter than I actually thought it would be. But again, I'm carrying this massive backpack in. You can get away with just carrying the Predator pack with your platform. You don't have to carry this in, but I got my camera arm in here. I've got my bow hook screw-in thingy. Got my tubes in here, my knives, so that's causing a lot of the weight there. And really, it's going to be even more weight when I add my filming equipment into it. So I guess really it might even be heavier than a hang-on setup. Now that I really did the math and I looked at it, it might even be heavier. You know, filming equipment's not light either. That stuff can get pretty heavy pretty quick. I guess we'll see how it goes, you know. So I'm super excited to try out the whole saddle system, see how it works out for me. You know, how much better I can set up the camera arm when I'm facing the tree, or how I can use the tree as a cover when a deer's coming or something like that. So again, like I said, I've just dipped my feet into the whole saddle world. I don't know nothing about it. But if I were to exclude this backpack, my camera hunting gear, I'd be very close to the weight of the B stand and sticks, which is what most people are going to hunt with. You know, most people are not carrying all their crap with me. They might have a small backpack or something like that. Most people are not going to come in with camera equipment. That stuff, like I said, adds up really quick, really fast. So you could get away with a lot of the weight by just doing that, you know, and not doing what I'm doing. So, all right, cinch everything back down, and there it is. That's the whole setup. Not super light, but we're gonna give it a try and see how it compares to a hang-on stand. So like I've said before, I'm super excited to try out the whole saddle game. Now that I've shown you exactly what I'm going to be using, I had a few people ask me, so I decided to make a video about it. And I'm going to make another video in regards to this B stand coming up and versus the XOP stand, and show you just the differences of weight and stuff like that. So that'll be coming up in a later video. But hope you guys enjoyed this one. So I'll keep you updated later on in the season when I'm actually going to be using and testing this whole thing. I'll be showing everything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, guys.